Hello everybody and welcome to my July book haul. Surprisingly this month I don't have that many books to show you. It's around 15 or 16, which is kind of small for my book hauls lately, so I don't know if that's good news for you, if it's bad news for you. Either way, there's your news. To be completely honest with you guys, I did not buy a single book this month. There weren't too many releases that I wanted to buy that I didn't already have arcs of, and honestly, we're going through a really strict budget time in our house right now with health bills and other random bills that keep popping up. If you live on your own, you know exactly what I mean. It's just bills popping up everywhere. So I haven't had the opportunity to buy any books because believe you me, there are several in Target that I want to buy, but I just can't right now. So all these books are either sent to me in book boxes or from publishers. I just want to be 100% transparent with you guys and let you guys know that I did not purchase any of these books. Do not take for granted at all that publishers and book boxes send me their books. It means the world to me. I try to review them as much as I can. I try to Instagram as much as I can because they took their time out to send me the books. I should take the time out to talk about them. That's how I see it. So I just want to let you guys know that I didn't purchase any books. These are all sent to me, but I am so grateful for the opportunity to get these books. So I just want to throw that out there for you. So without further ado, let's dive into the haul. The first stack of books I'm going to show you are books that I got in book boxes this month. First one is from Owlcrate, and their July Owlcrate box. They sent The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. Every time I look at this cover, I just see a young Hayden Christensen. It's ridiculous. And Orion Philippe. Either way, I have been hearing non-stop about this book. This book really wasn't even on my radar till I got it at my Owlcrate, and everyone's been talking about the audiobook of it. This is another kind of historical comedy book, which I really loved because I really love My Lady Jane. If you haven't read that, please do. This is all about a guy named Monty, and it's weird because my father-in-law's name is Monty, so it's going to be really hard. I've never read about a character named Monty before, and he has been bred all his life to be a gentleman. He does not want to be tame though. He doesn't want to be a gentleman. He wants to travel around Europe. He wants to take this grand tour around Europe, so he does, and he is actually falling in love with his best friend and traveling companion Percy, and he brings his younger sister-in-law Felicity. So that's all I know about it. I've just heard hilarious things about this book and how it's just funny and just great. So I am very excited to read it because I love a good historical comedy. I read the audiobook because I've just been hearing so many things about the audiobook. The next book I got in my Lit Joy Crate unboxing, and that is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. This is by far my favorite book cover of this whole haul because it is stunning. So creepy and stunning. I just love it. Again, another book that wasn't on my radar till I got it in the box, and I'm so glad I got it because it sounds 100% right up my alley. This is all about this, it says stop the magician, steal the book, save the future. So it's set in modern day New York, and in this time and age, magic is all but extinct, and the remaining few who have an affinity for magic live in the shadows. Any person, or as they call it, Magnus, I want to believe, who enters Manhattan becomes trapped by the brink, a dark energy barrier that confines them to the island. So we have a magic that's extinct, but we have these people that if you do have magic and you go to Manhattan, you're stuck there. And then we have Esta. Esta is like a talented thief, and she's been raised to steal these artifacts from the Sinister Order that created that said brink that traps you in Manhattan. Basically, there's this final job Esta has to do. She has to go back to 1902 to steal an ancient book containing the secrets of the Order and the brink before the magician can destroy it and doom Magnus to a hopeless future. So basically, this follows Esta, and Esta's trying to really eliminate the brink, the thing that's holding them all there in Manhattan, so she has to travel back to New York in 1902 to steal this book. So, I mean, this sounds like an amazing book. It's got magic, it's got time travel, it's got thievery, it's got just amazingness. So I am very excited for it, and it is a standalone book, a standalone fantasy book. You don't get too many of those. Usually fantasy books are series, and series are great, but every once in a while I crave a good standalone book. You get a complete story arc. I'm really excited to read this. I think I'm going to save it for fall because of the magic. The next book I got in my uppercase unboxing, and that is Words on Bathroom Wall by Julia Walton. It's all about a boy that is schizophrenic, and he sees several different people, and he starts this trial drug that makes him that helps him out a lot and be able to realize who he really is, and maybe there's a possibility for love, and he meets a girl and things are going well, and the miracle drug that he's on starts to fail, and the people that he keeps seeing because of the schizophrenia comes back. So trying to keep up his charade facade to the girl that he really likes that everything is going well and he's just a normal person, but the schizophrenia is really starting to hit him strong again. So it's definitely a very, very strong mental health book, so I'm excited to read it. I've never read a book about schizophrenia before, so I'm interested to see how this book will, you know, deal with it, because I have dealt with that in my life, honestly. So either way, I'm excited to read it. And again, I have never heard of this book as well. So yay for BookBox for sending me books this month that I have not heard of, honestly. Then I can't pronounce this book, Carnivalesque. I hope I pronounced that right, by Neil Jordan. This might be my second favorite book cover of the whole stack. Look at that. This is, I don't know, this one is just sheer beauty. I got this one in Muse Monthly. I didn't do a video, but I did an Instagram post. Honestly, think if you like circus books, this will be right up your alley. Says the girl who has not read Night Circus yet. This is all about a guy named Andy, and Andy goes into this place called Burley's Amazing Hall of Mirrors, and then he walks right into the mirror and becomes a reflection. Another boy, a boy who is not Andy, goes home with Andy's parents, and the boy who was once Andy gets pulled back like in the mirrors by a girl named Mona into another world, a carnival world where anything can happen. So basically Andy goes into this hall of mirrors, he gets stuck in the mirror, another boy plops out of the mirrors like, I want to take your life, and he does, and Andy gets stuck back in the mirrors to like go live this carnival world. It sounds really intriguing and very like full of magical, mysterious things, and it looks very, very short. How many pages are you? It's not even 300 pages, so this sounds like it's going to be a good book. Again, I think I'm saving a lot of books for fall. Will that be possible to read them? I don't know, but either way, this sounds awesome. Then I picked my 3 books for Book of the Month, which I am ambassador for them now, so that is awesome. I have my own unboxing, and I did a giveaway for them last month. So the 3 that I picked, I have read one of them, and the first one is Final Girls by Riley Sager. I read this one for the Booktubeathon, and I really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did because Goodreads has such polarizing reviews of it. Either you really like it or you really don't. And a lot of my friends on BookTube don't really like it, and I'm one of the rare few that really like it. This is all about, it takes the trope on the final girl in the horror movies. There's always one girl that kind of walks away from the massacre unscathed, and basically we follow a girl named Quinn, who is one of the final girls. She survived this massacre that happened to her years ago at this place called Pine Cottage, where all of her friends died and she was the only one that has walked away. Flash forward to years later, she is, you know, recovering from that. She's suppressed a lot of her memories. She does not know what happened that night. So going along with it, one of the other final girls, because there's 3 of them, is found dead in her bathtub committing suicide. Only did she really, but then we learn later on that maybe she didn't. So basically Quinn is trying to figure out what is going on with this other final girl while trying to recover her memories from the night that she has suppressed so long ago. I just really enjoyed this book, honestly. It scared me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It scared me a ton because it reads like a horror movie a lot of the times. It does. I can see why people don't love it as much as I do because it kind of goes up and down a lot, like it kind of drags a lot. It got intense. It got intense, and this could be an amazing movie, honestly. I don't even know if I have the guts to see the movie if they made it, but I would recommend this book. If you like thrillers, if you like kind of horror genre, I would definitely recommend this book. The other 2 books I got from Book of the Month I have not yet read yet, and that one is Goodbye Vitamin by Rachel Kong. This is just about a woman that kind of goes back home to live with her family, and she really learns that her father's dealing with Alzheimer's and he's a celebrated professor. So it's all about that. It's a very, very short book. And then we have The Windfall by Cha Basu. I pronounced that wrong probably. This heartfelt comedy of manners. The Windfall unfolds the story of a family discovering what it means to make it in modern India. So basically it's about this family that lives in India, then they come into a lot of money and they move to another part of India and they feel kind of like not really fully in. Either way, it sounds like it's going to be a really, really cute, contemporary, awesome adult book, so I'm excited to read it. So those are all the books I got for book boxes. Now to show you the books I got from publishers. The first book I want to show you is not really like a completed book, but it is The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. Fierce Reads sent this to me, as well as a beautiful like cutout of a wood bookmark of like the Grisha world. Like this is like, it looks like it's laser cut and it's very, very sharp. But this is like a chapter sampler and it looks awesome. I'm excited to read the book, but I probably will be doing a giveaway for this book. It's going to be a giveaway coming up soon with like books and goodies and things like that, and this will probably be in here. If you don't know what this is about, it's kind of set in the Grisha world. It's about all like the tales that the other Grisha people, that the Grisha learn like as lullabies or like, you know, as bedtime stories at night, I believe. So, I mean, it's Leigh Bardugo. I love her writing style, so I'm excited to read this. Then Tortine sent to me Roar by Cora Carmick, and I have already read this. I included it in a mashup review, and I loved it. It's one of my favorite books of the year, honestly. It was so good. I would highly recommend this book if you like fantasy books. This is all about this world where kind of there's storm magic. So there's so many different types of storms, and these people that are stormlings have these magic that they can battle these storms, and they can battle them. They can pull the heart out of the storm, and the storm has like a almost like a stone of some sort, and they can use that to put on them to like make their storm magic more powerful. And it's all about this girl named Aurora, and she is next to be, she's a Stormling heir, and she's set to be the next queen. Only problem is she doesn't have any Stormling magic in her, so she's about to be a queen and she can't even protect her people. So Mom decides to marry her off to another prince in an adjoining kingdom, and before they can get married, Aurora learns some things about the person she's becoming betrothed to, and so she decides to leave, and she joins up with these people that are storm hunters. None of them are stormlings. They don't possess any storm magic, but they like to battle storms, and they can actually, they do get storm magic from that. So she wants to learn from them. She wants to see if she can inherit any storm magic of her own. So this book is so different from all the other fantasy books I've read, because I've never read a book that has like focuses on storms and battling storms and having storm magic. And the romance in this book is really good too. I love this book. I would highly recommend it. The next book Simon & Schuster sent to me, and that is First We Were Four by Alexander Sorowi. They sent me a finished copy. I'm so excited for this. I think I'm going to read it next month. This is like a YA mystery thriller, which I don't read too many that I really love. I read a lot of mystery thrillers in the adult genre that I enjoy, but I haven't found a YA one I really like, but I think this one might be it. This is about these four friends that kind of band together and like form this secret society that ties themselves together because they're kind of drifting apart after high school, or they're in high school, and there's this one like kind of like murder that's happened in their town, and the police have kind of overlooked this murder, and so they're trying to like band together to like show the town to not forget about this murder, to not let this girl's death go in vain. And it's basically all about the secret society. It starts off like meaningless. I'll read you like a little bit of the book jacket because it sounds good. I could break the four of us apart, I thought, but then others wanted in. Our seaside town had secrets, history. We wanted revenge. We broke the rules. We lied. We told. We loved each other too much, not enough, and in ways we weren't supposed to. Our invention spun out of control. What started as a secret society ended as justice. Revenge, death, rebellion. It sounds really, really awesome. Again, I was going to say this for fall because it sounds like a fall read, but my list of fall reads keeps growing. Either way, this sounds really awesome. I've heard really good things about it, so I am excited to read it and hopefully find a YA mystery that I love. Then I got a surprise package from Atria, and they sent me Without Merit by Colleen Hoover. This is going to be Colleen Hoover's upcoming book. This is very different from her covers. It's very intense, and it sounds honestly a lot different from her other books, honestly. This one is all about a girl that lives in like this old abandoned church with her family, and every one of her family like, seems picture perfect, but they're not, and she kind of collects trophies and like steals things, I think. And then she finds a boy that she really likes, only to find out he's unavailable, so she decides to like, I think, take her family down. I don't know. I read the book jacket and it's kind of odd. It says, a young woman decides to reveal the dark secrets of her seemingly happy family before she leaves them behind. When her escape plan fails, she must deal with the staggering consequences of telling the truth. Oh, there you go. So basically, she's like, here are all the secrets about all of my family. Bye. And then she's like, oh, I can't leave. And then her family's probably like, we're done with you. So it sounds like it's gonna be a recipe for disaster if I've ever heard of one, but it sounds, you know, interesting. I'm ready to give it a go. I'm just not a fan of the cover, it sounds, but I'm excited to read it. Atria also sent me Wish You Were Here by Renee Carolino. I have read one of her other books before, kind of liked it. This one is all about a girl named Charlotte who's a guy named Adam, and they have like kind of one night together, and it was like the most amazing night ever, and then they drift apart. Charlotte falls in love with somebody else, but she's kind of holding herself back in with this new relationship because she keeps thinking about the one night with Adam, and she keeps going back on it, so she decides maybe there's something more there. There's something more that one magical night had. So I think she goes off and search for him, and I don't know. It sounds a book right up my alley, I'm not gonna lie to you. Lost Love Connections, I'm a sucker for that junk. So I'm excited to read it. It sounds like it's gonna be a quick contemporary. Like if I'm in a funk, I'm gonna read this book and it'll probably pull me out of it. So this will go on like my contemporary save show. Penguin sent to me A Lake House Effect by Eric McCannon, and I love this cover. It's so beachy and beautiful, and about a boy, I think, that just like kind of, it's a summer after his senior year and Briggs is leaving. He goes to the Victorian shore, and about realizing that playing along is playing it safe, and that you can only become who you truly are if you're willing to take a risk. So basically this boy, I think, goes to the shore and he discovers who he is and has fun, has a really fun summer. It sounds like a perfect summer read, so I should probably read in August because that'll be the last, you know, month of summer. But I mean, this cover, does it make you want to go to the lake? Because it makes me want to go to the lake. HarperCollins sent to me 16 Ways to Break a Heart by Lauren Strasnick, and this book sounds really interesting. Also very short. I have a lot of short books in this haul. Yes, again, not even 200 pages. I should have saved all of these for the Booktubeathon. What's wrong with me? This is all about this couple, Natalie and Dan, and they were electric when they met. They had a great relationship, then everything fell apart and they broke up. And now Natalie wants Dan to know just how much he hurt her. So she decides all in one day to leave him 16 letters in places only he can find to figure out like why they broke up and what he has done to her that's hurt her so badly. He realizes that she has one final message for him, one that just might send his carefully constructed life tumbling down. So it really sounds a lot like almost Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler, which I haven't read yet, but I want to. But it sounds like it's gonna be kind of like that, you know, that typical like, we broke up and I'm gonna really hurt you back. And I'm excited to read it. I mean, it's only not even 200 pages, so it should be a quick read. Probably be full of a lot of heartbreak, let's be real here. Bloomsbury sent to me Reign of the Earth by A.C. Gahn. I've never heard of this one either. This one doesn't even come out till January, so this is 2018, people. It's getting real here. I don't know much about this one either. It says she is the daughter of the desert. It's about a girl that is a proud daughter of the desert, but her people are desperate for an end to this violence, so she decides to trade her freedom to ensure the safety of her family and her people, so she becomes the queen of the Bonelands. And a country where magic is outlawed, and the Elemente, those who control the earth, air, fire, and water, are traitors. Before she's even crowned, she discovers that she can bend the earth to her will. Trapped between her husband's irrational hatred of the magic and a dangerous rebellion, she must harness her power and make an impossible choice: save her family, save magic, or save herself. This sounds really interesting, like a fantasy book right up my alley, so this sounds really cool. I mean, it doesn't come out till January, so we've got plenty of time. Swoon Reed sent to me The Big F by Maggie M. Martin. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not a real big fan of this cover. The cover is a big turn off. This is about a girl named Danielle whose future was all mapped out. She had everything planned, and then she failed her senior English. Then her one college application she put in was denied, so that's a real bummer. So she goes to community college, which there's no shame in that at all. I went to community college and it was great. So she does that, and then she says between family drama, first love, and finding her own way, she can't feel a little bit overwhelmed. So I think it's all about her just kind of rediscovering her new future after the one she's so carefully mapped out kind of falls apart. That was my July book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys understood that I did not buy any books this month. I don't know if I'm even going to buy any books in August because I'm saving up what money I have, don't know a lot, for books that are coming out in September, because a lot of new releases coming out in September, so I'm trying to save all my money for that. So we'll have to see. Might be another month of kind of not a lot of books and not a lot of bought books, but publisher books, so I hope that is okay. If you have heard of any of these books, please let me know down in the comments what you enjoyed, what you didn't like, just your overall thoughts and opinions. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys at my next one. Bye.
I'll always love you and make you happy.